Hi Libra, welcome to your August 2018 tarot reading. We have a Celtic cross spread in front of us. That's a 10 card spread. And you actually got two oracle cards. Usually I pull one, but two came out. So we're going to read both of them at the end of the reading and help tie everything together. So let's get started with the cards one by one. In the main situation, we have the 10 of Wands. So this could just be saying that you've been working really hard on something. Maybe not even necessarily seeing when that work is going to come to an end, right? Feeling like it's just never ending. The more work you do, the more there is to do. But it could go another way too. The person, if you look at them, they can't really see exactly where they're headed, right? They have all those wands in front of them, they're looking down. But maybe that means that you're just really digging in and you know what your end goal is. Even though if it feels like you're not reaching it right now, you know what you're working towards, and that's what keeps you doing it, rather than dropping the wands. So this could be something that you're working on for yourself, as far as maybe going into business for yourself or working towards a promotion. Maybe you were recently promoted and now you're taking on that extra work. So those are a few of the angles that I'm seeing there. You did just have a new moon partial solar eclipse in your 10th house, which is the house of status. So that would certainly line up with that energy. In the challenge position, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So with this in the challenge or obstacle position, that leads me to believe that you're saying that you're still right in this moment feeling like you're still putting in the work and those rewards haven't necessarily come in just yet. Or it could be saying that, you had this idea for a new financial start and that's why you're really plugging away. It looks like there's a lot of that energy as far as you having the energy and the focus to get this done. But it could just be that you feel like you're not seeing the results quite yet. In the foundation position, we have the Knight of Swords. This is usually my Gemini card, so you could be dealing with a Gemini. Another way to look at it, though, is you could be taking on that Gemini energy. You're a lot more acting a lot more swiftly, moving around a lot more swiftly, just being more communicative and really on the go in general. That would line up with that energy there, saying that you're just really plugging away at something. I'm really feeling for the majority of this is work related. Whether it be, like I said, going into business for yourself or even just at your current job, really working hard to get a promotion, or maybe as the result of a recent promotion, you've really been working hard. In the past position, we have the Magician. So to me, this leads me to believe that it definitely could be something that you're starting as far as a creative project. There's a few reasons why I say that. The Magician is known to be a card of manifestation. And then I also view it as the South Node card. So to me, right now, the South Node is in your 5th house of Aquarius, and that's actually a house that has to do with creativity. So that's a reason to believe it might be something that you've really been starting. And it could have even been that you have your full-time job and on the side you started some kind of creative venture. And that's been why you felt that 10 of Wands energy. It feels like it's just so much work. But it does feel like you've been energized about it and able to push through. In the present position, we have the 3 of Cups. So this could be a celebration. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything too big. It could just be reconnecting with your friends and family, for example. Maybe because you've been so busy, you haven't had much time to spend time with them lately. But now you're actually taking some time away, stepping back a bit, or maybe just celebrating the success. If it was that you're really working hard to get a promotion, maybe now you received word that you will get the promotion. If it's a creative project you've been working on, maybe you're happy that you're finally getting it off the ground. For in some cases, this can mean overdoing it a bit with the parting, but I'm not necessarily picking up that energy for you. It seems like more like, if anything, you've just been working really hard and just trying to blow off a little steam and reconnect with people that you might not have seen as much lately because of all the work you've been doing. And I mean, looking at that card too, going back to that partial lunar eclipse that happened in the middle of July, that could be pointing to that again as well, saying that there was some success in your 10th house, because that's actually my card that represents 10 to 20 degrees of Cancer, and that new moon partial solar eclipse was right at 20 degrees. So could be saying what you'd put into place, finally starting to see some results from it. In the near future position, we had the Six of Swords. So this could go a few different ways. This could just be saying, lining up with that card again, maybe it's saying that you're trying to take a vacation. You know, you've been working so hard for so long, now you just want to take a vacation, take some time away, even if it's just a short distance trip, maybe a long weekend somewhere. But you know, if it were to Chariot, I'd think maybe bigger travel overseas or something like that. But could just be saying that. Could be saying that you've had those two jobs for a long time, right? You've had your main job and then the creative project you've been working on your own. And maybe now that's manifesting and getting success to the point where you could let one of the jobs go. So let's say, you know, you're going to drop the main job and only work for yourself now, or vice versa. Maybe you're realizing it wasn't picking up steam as much as you wanted, so you're going to drop that. But for most of you, I think this is just related to you trying to travel. In the present, rather in your influence in a situation position, we have the Two of Wands. So to me, this is again pointing to a new start. You're ready to go. This could again be pointing to travel if we look at the globe in his hand there. And then he's looking at all of this. So this could just be saying that you're ready to now reap those rewards of all the work you've been doing, and you want to travel somewhere. You're making plans to travel. And this could just be pointing, like I said, if you were starting a creative project and was really working hard at it, this is where you're at with that right now. Just really putting in the energy and focus to get it going. You have the sun at the bottom of the deck too. So that could be pointing to the fact that we're in the time of Leo. So you could be, that would be your friendship house for Libras, the 11th house. So you could be, again, reconnecting with friends. Maybe you're traveling to see friends that you hadn't seen in a while. Traveling with your friends. A few different ways that could go. But overall, with the sun, this could just be saying that now, with all that work you've been putting in, with the sun, you're finally going to start seeing some recognition for that work. But in the position of the environment, we have the Four of Cups. So it could just be saying that, you know, the people aren't as receptive to what you have to offer as you'd like. So I'm not really getting a romantic relationship vibe here at all, but could be that. Maybe you've extended an offer to someone, a relationship offer, and they declined it. Could even just be that people, you know, maybe because you've been working so hard, maybe that might have alienated some of your friends. So now you're coming back around like, hey guys, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that. And they might just be a little, you know, just feeling a little upset about how it seemed like you didn't have any time for them. That's a possibility. I don't see this as a huge deal necessarily, but, you know, and it could just be partially you too, that you're fearing that you're not getting, that people aren't as receptive to what you have to offer as you think they should be. But with the sun at the bottom of the deck, that'll probably clear up anyway. So, and again, with the environment, this doesn't necessarily have to be other people. It could just be saying, if you're in this position right now, this could be where the environment's coming in. A new offer is being extended to you, but maybe you were so focused on having it one way, you don't see it. So going back to that 10 of Wands card, right? You were just so focused on, this is the one way to do it, I have to do it this way, and it's not working out the way you'd hoped, but yet there's another offer trying to come your way and you're just not seeing it right now. That could be the case too, because this is an Aries card and it's like double Mars energy, this card, so you really just could be trying to push something forward, and right now Mars is retrograde in your fifth house. So especially if it was a creative project, you might be feeling that it's not gaining attraction at the speed you would like. And then in your hopes or fears position, we have the Nine of Wands. This is actually a Sagittarius card. So maybe this is saying that either you are feeling a little closed off as far as communicating, or maybe the people you're dealing with are. Because if this is a Sagittarius card, that's your third house, which is the house of communication, and Mercury is actually going to be retrograde right now. That's the ruler of the third house. So could just be saying that you're fearing issues with communication. Maybe you're a little closed off. Maybe you're fearing that, oh, this person's not going to come around regarding an offer you extend to them. But just remember, this is a hopes or fears position, so it's not necessarily something that's going to play out in actuality. It's just more something that you have on your mind. And then in the outcome position, we have the Fool. So this could be referring to a new start in some situation. So let's say that, again, that's what was going on here. You were working really hard towards a promotion. Now you get that promotion. So that's the new start. You're starting with your new job, which would have supported that eclipse energy that you had in your 10th house in July. Another way that this could go is just saying that you're really dead set on doing something brand new, some kind of journey you want to take, maybe some trip, and maybe you're disappointed your friends don't necessarily want to take that same trip with you, but you're saying, well, I'll just go alone. That's a possibility. But it definitely seems like you're very energized, and that could be it too. It could be just that, look at these cards. We have the Two of Wands. That's a card of energy and making new starts. This is a very energetic card. And then we have the Fool here. We have the Sun at the bottom of the deck. Could just be that you're moving at a different speed than other people are right now, and that's where the frustration's coming into play. It's not necessarily that they're doing anything or they have an issue with you. It could just be, especially with Mars retrograde, a lot of people could be feeling out of sorts with that. And we're in the middle of these eclipses too, so sometimes that'll throw people off balance as well. But either way, it definitely seems like you're energized and you're on the right track. It could just be that you're, waiting for others to catch up to you. But I do see that you're being celebrated here in some way, shape, or form. So there will be some form of recognition. All right, and then we'll move on to the Oracle cards. There were two of them. You have Co-Create. We'll take a look at the artwork there. And the number is 40, if that holds any significance for you guys. And then the other card we have is Go to Distance. We'll take a look at the artwork there. And that's number 47, if that number holds any significance for you. So we'll read the messages for both. Maybe they'll both tie into the reading for some of you, or maybe this is going to be some of you, the messages from the Co-Create card will resonate, and for others the Go to Distance message will resonate. We'll see. All right, let's start with Co-Create. It says creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, manifestation. So, with the Magician there, like I said, the Fool, this could definitely be saying that you're starting something new on a creative level. Maybe you've just really been working hard at it. Finally, the idea clicks, and you're getting some forward momentum with it. All right, it says the Oracle's message. You may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact, you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet you must consider that you do so in partnership with Spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with an inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality, blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co-create it, only beauty and grace result. Prepare to be amazed. And that could be it too. I remember your last two readings. In June, I believe the message was about fated things happening. Last month, I believe it was about closure. So really, you've just been shifting. Maybe you've been closing one chapter and starting a new one. And now, maybe you're so accustomed to feeling these disappointing energies that now things are shifting around. Maybe you're just wondering if you could trust it, right? You might see things turning around and you're like, well, can I really trust this, or is this all going to crumble too? But it seems like you're on the right path. And for those of you if this resonated as a relationship reading, it says connections of the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you would never have come to on your own. You are looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You are going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. All right, well, like I said, for most of you, I didn't see a whole lot of relationship vibes there, other than potentially you making an offer to someone and you feel like they didn't accept it. Could just be with the Mercury retrograde energy that they were taking their time in doing so and really just thinking it over. Like I said, I even feel like looking at some of these cards, this could just be you. That something you were really hoping to go your way didn't. And you're not seeing that there's a whole other path opening up for you that will lead to the happiness that you've been looking for, with the sun at the bottom of the deck, the Fool in the outcome position. But going back to finances, since that seemed to be a heavier vibe I was getting from this reading too, we'll look at the prosperity message. It says, flashes of inspiration give rise to great success when you receive this message. You are at your most creative now, and whatever you apply yourself to will lead to the fruition of your dreams. Remember that all your ideas are channeled from a higher source. You create your reality in partnership with Spirit. The potential for manifestation is limitless now. Revel in its vastness. So if that's what this is about here, that Ace of Pentacles energy, you got an idea, hey, I could do this and maybe make some money doing so, and you've just been working really hard at it. You have that manifestation energy in the past, been really plugging away at it, and now finally it's going to start to take hold in the way you were hoping. So that's a possibility. All right, now let's take a look at the go to distance message. All right, it says endurance, strength, the long haul. The Oracle's message. To bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunity, so there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. So, that could be what it is too. Maybe, like we were saying, with the energy of the past couple months, you've been hitting bumps in the road, and maybe you've just been feeling that that's where that Ten of Wands energy is coming from. You're wondering to yourself, am I ever going to see the rewards in this, right? And that's why you have the Nine of Wands energy there too. And again, this could be, again, saying the environment. You were just so focused on, oh, this is exactly how it should play out, and it hasn't. But now there's new energy coming your way that's going to improve things. Jupiter is actually in your second house, and it's been retrograde for a while. It's moving direct again now, so that could have been it too. You might have felt down on your luck financially while Jupiter was going backwards in that house. That's a financial house. And now that it's starting to pick up speed, you'll start to see some financial reward from all that work you've been putting in. And especially coming into September, a lot of energy is going to be clearing. The eclipse energy is going to be clearing away somewhat. The Mercury retrograde will be over by then. just a lot more forward movement will be happening once we get there. And not to mention, Venus will be in your sign later this month, so definitely some big shifts coming up. All right, and for those of you that this resonated as a relationship message, we'll read that. It says, you are either in or are calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean that there will be a wrong note played, but that the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? So like I said, I mean, really for most of you, I didn't necessarily see a relationship vibe in this reading, but maybe that will resonate with some of you. Let's even look at it this way. Maybe you'd been so focused on work that, let's say this is your partner, and they were just feeling disappointed, feeling like, well, are we ever going to get back on, are we ever going to feel this Three of Cups celebratory energy again? Or, is this person always going to be focused on work, right? So maybe this is you coming back around saying, hey, sorry, I've been really plugging away at work. I know, and maybe you're trying to reconnect with them. Maybe you're offering to take them on a vacation somewhere, right? And that's where the celebratory energy comes in. That's a possibility. Like I said, I haven't seen that for most of you, but that could definitely resonate with some of you at least. All right, and we'll read the prosperity message for this one. It says, your most precious dreams are not about instant gratification, but enduring prosperity. This is a time to think long-term and engage in continued action. You will experience momentum building as you translate the ebb and flow into slow and steady movement forward. Your efforts, ideas, and hard work now can lead to greater riches than you can imagine. Stoke the fire so that uninterrupted stream of energy is available to support you in all phases of manifestation. Be assured that you are in the right place right now. So, I mean, like, if that's what it is too, like I said, it definitely seems like you do have the energy to carry through these things. The Ten of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Sun at the bottom of the deck, the Fool, and the outcome position, the Two of Wands. There's certainly indicators there that you have the energy. It might just be more of a mental thing where you're questioning, is it worth continuing to put the energy in, because maybe you just haven't been seeing the results in quite the way you thought you would by now. And that's kind of saying if you keep plugging away at it, you'll start to get that recognition. You'll start to see the rewards and start to feel light again, light and happy. All right. So that's all the messages I have for this month, and I'll talk to you all next month.